Okay, hey everybody, I want to talk a little bit tonight about why everybody in this United States of America should fear Donald Trump. And I mean seriously fear this guy because he is a deranged lunatic. And I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. Tonight, I listened to this guy say two things that were absolutely outrageous. And they weren't things that somebody, like Gomer Pyle Huckabee spun or something that somebody else twisted and spun. This is straight from his own frickin' mouth. Directly from what this guy said. No spin, directly what he said. It wasn't confusing. It wasn't mixed up. It wasn't garbled. It was just exactly from his own mouth, and the exact words were very precise. And for all these people that think Donald Trump is the second coming, you better fucking get your head on straight, because this guy's serious problems. And not only is he serious problems, he could shake up the system and set some precedences in this country that we likely will never get away from. And I'll give you the two examples of which I just previously heard earlier this evening. Number one is Trump said he was frustrated with the FBI, that the FBI he couldn't just do what he wanted to do. Mainly, just have Hillary locked up and thrown away and charged with some sort of scandal, email, uranium, I don't know what it is. Who fucking knows? But the idea that this guy is frustrated, that he just can't tell the FBI what to do, should scare the hell out of everybody. He's telling you literally he's frustrated with this independent organization, this independent arm of government, this independent, separation of powers, representative form of government we have. And he's frustrated with it. He just wants to go right to the FBI and say, "Hey, Hillary Clinton needs to be indicted," and he's frustrated with that. And he's frustrated with the investigation of him. But so he just wants to get even and go after Hillary. If you let this guy keep going and you let him keep doing this kind of stuff, he may just get some executive orders in place, and he may set some precedents. And if you think Donald Trump's wonderful, what about the next guy that comes along? What if you don't like him quite as well, and you let Donald Trump set the standards, or set these regulations, or set these decisions that the chief, the president can just tell the FBI what to do. Go over here and prosecute this guy. Go over here and do this. Go over and do that. The second thing he said he was very frustrated with is he's frustrated with the Justice Department. The Judicial Department. He was mad that he couldn't tell them what to do. That you could just, go after Hillary, go after all these people. He's mad about that. He's mad he just doesn't have the unilateral power to do that, which is frightening. Wake up, people. If this is too hard of a concept for you to understand, you're not getting what I'm telling you, just get on YouTube and go and look up the North Korean form of government. Go look at what the dictator of North Korea does, because that's what Donald Trump wants to do. And that's why I think the guy hates him so much. Isn't so much he's firing off nuclear weapons. I think he's just jealous of the unilateral power this guy has. So that's why he's pissed off at him, is because he can just do whatever he wants, without any restraints. And that's what Donald Trump wants to do. So you better be scared of this guy, because he's doing some very scary things. And the fun and games is over with, and the cuteness and the shaking up the system and straining the system, that's all really getting old. Now you're starting to see the real maniacal, twisted craziness of this guy, thinking he can just go to the Justice Department and tell him what to do, and go to the FBI and tell him what to do. And I tell you what, if he could stop Mueller, he'd stop him in a heartbeat. And that's why you don't want someone to be able to do that. That's why you want an independent, independent prosecutor. You want somebody that's independent to go after these kind of issues, like he's going after with Trump in this Russian investigation. You don't want somebody that Trump could just shut down, because you're going to, if you get into that kind of a form of government, we won't have a government. We'll have a dictator, and that's what Trump really, really, really wants. He wants to be a dictator. And he doesn't see that this is wrong. He doesn't understand it. He's coming at this like he's the owner of the company, and the owner of the company is us. We're the company, and he's the owner, and he's going to destroy us and do whatever he wants to do. And he has some twisted ways of thinking that he's the only one that has these solutions, and he's the only one that should be making decisions. The guy's a creep. He's a fucking out and out creep. He's a creep, and we all should fear this man. We should fear him, and we should, do everything we can to stop him, because his ideas are kooky and crazy, and not in the best interest of the individual and the form of government we have, and the representative form of government we have. It's kooky. And furthermore, I want to say one more thing. I'm getting sick and fucking tired of this thing with Hillary Clinton. Every time Hillary Clinton's name is brought up, Hillary Clinton does not she's not the president of the United States. Sorry, Sean Hannity, she's not the president of the United States. She doesn't hold any political office. She doesn't make any decisions anymore. She has absolutely no political power. So why keep bringing her into these issues? Why say she needs to be prosecuted? Why do anything? She's not a threat to anybody anymore. And the second thing that I wanted to say about what Trump said tonight was that he said that he has a lot of positions in his whatever you would call it, in his presidency or cabinet or whatever the term is, that aren't being filled. And the reason they're not being filled is because this guy's under so much criminal investigation that it could be hazardous to your wallet to work for the guy, because he's being investigated all over the place. So you may be drugged into one of these investigations, which means you could get big legal bills. I mean, you could be, paying for a lot of lawyers out of your own pocket because of your associations with Donald Trump, because he's such a fucking nut. So there's a lot of these positions that aren't being filled, and they asked him about it tonight. They said, well, what do you think about these positions? He says, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The only position that matters is mine. I'm the only person that matters. Me. I'm it. Nobody else matters. None of my other positions matter. It's only fucking me. And I mean, the guy does this all the time. He'll sell everybody down the river. Jeff Sessions, everybody, Comey, everybody. He just sells everybody down the river. He's just a fucking nutball. And he just creates all kinds of havoc. Every day he gets up and creates havoc. And then ultimately what he wants to do is he wants to take over and take control and become dictator and lord over this country. And anybody that doesn't see that better wake up and smell the coffee. And like I say, watch a few videos on North Korea. You'll get it real quick. Thank you.